Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab. What do I do for you? Oh, I got a nice lesson for you today. Let's get this party started. Rightisms, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message and story for life. I give life lessons. You tune to receive them. We got a good thing going. I appreciate you. Let's do what we do. Right thinker's mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinker's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers get that information, get that knowledge to be able to do just that. Know thyself with the lessons I give you daily. Let's go. I ask you, do you know you? This is a rhetorical question, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. Help you to know you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard that. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and thinks that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is why I follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. I'm back in the book. Well, I never left it, but yeah, I'm going to a lesson that wraps up the chakras. So now I'm going to talk about the nervous system and what controls the chakras. Okay, I figure I'll get you this little lesson. Hope you get a better understanding of what the chakras work and how they work. Okay, so this is another lesson titled, Right Thinkers, let's talk about the nervous system, aka the spiritual body. Or the spirit body, excuse me. Yeah, the body that's inside the body. Let's talk about it. The nervous system. Now, through the mind and the nervous system, the soul is what? Is able to experience interaction with what? The physical world. You got to come into the physical body. And watch this. The mind formulates the thoughts which are carried out by what? Directing the nervous system to what? To act in various ways. Okay, it's about to get good. It's good information here. About 2 pages. All right. So therefore, by maintaining what? A healthy mental thought process and nervous system is one of the most important tasks of the spiritual on the spiritual path. Your health is important. You can control the health by controlling the mental and your nervous system. That's what the whole chakra concept was for. You got 7 organs that each one match one of the chakras that you have to open up and get functioning. When they're all functioning and all in line, your health is pristine. You are a good physical specimen. Why? Because you got all the chakras working. You got the kundalini working. So that's the concept. And it's all pertaining to what? Your spiritual body. What's that? Is composed of subtle but cannot be seen what channels which act as what? Transformers of what? Spiritual energies. That's the chakras that's inside the nervous system. You can't see it. We know that. Now, this process allows what? The body or your soul to have a form which it can use to physically interact with the physical universe. Our bodies. The spirit goes into the embryo in the female womb. It takes 9 months. It come out born to. It's a physical form now. I'm not a doctor, so I ain't got time to go through all that, but this is the concept. And watch this. There are many subtle channels in this subtle spiritual body. 112, I think, or 114, I think my man said it was. 112, excuse me. But watch this. The 3 main ones are symbolized by what? The stele of what? Shoot. Shoot, if you don't know, that's air. That's one of the God elements of creation, the firstborn, okay, from consciousness. Ra, and then air, fire, air. He's the element, but that's another lesson. But watch this. But okay, then you got Shu, and you got the caduceus of Tahuti's Hermes Mistress's staff. The same staff that we see for the medical, right there, they still use it. And that's the sign of Tahuti, ancient sign down the bottom. I'm going to give you all that information. Watch this. So, where we at? We're talking about the spirit body and the Shu, which is air. Watch this. He's important. Watch this. These subtle channels are said to be what? Located where? Alongside the physical spinal cord. And what they do? Control the distribution of energy throughout the physical body. Each one of the chakras from the spinal sacrum lower down distribute certain energy functions to each organ that's inside the body. So when all of them is working in harmony, that's what you call, see the serpent going up, that's rising your kundalini. That's the concept that they had. So watch this. So there is a primary channel in the center of the back. Spinal column. We know that. Watch this. But the other two channels represented as what? The serpents and the caduceus of Tahuti are what? Coiled around the center. The staff, they're going up like that. They're going to meet here. That's where the enlightenment starts conceptually. And you got Hermes, which is the name of the Greeks gave to, we know him as Tahuti or Thoth. This symbol, watch this, has many esoteric meanings. That symbol has a bunch of meanings. You got the wings, you got the top dome, you got the two rays going up. So it has a whole bunch of symbolic, what they call esoteric meanings. I'm going to break a couple of them down for you. First of all, this magic wand, okay, of Tahuti is one of the most sacred symbols. To this day, we still use it as a medical sign. That's what they're telling you. And it's called the caduceus. It says, see page 122. We ain't going through that. But it represents what? The two opposite forces where in nature, again, Nephthys, I said, watch this. When brought into what? Balance. At the top of the dome, bang, ding, 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 jackpot. And watch this. When brought into balance, bring about physical and spiritual health. The body is in good shape. I work out, exercise, eat right, sleep right. The body is functioning. So there's no illness. There's no dis-ease in the body. It is what? A variation of this same symbol, watch, which is used by who? The medical professionals to this very day. They understand the esoteric meaning. Again, they know what it really means. The center, watch this. Now the center, which is the vertical line, the pole, represents what? The center of the etheric spinal cord. Spine in the etheric body, which is inside our body. We have a snake-like spinal cord. And watch this. And it has what? Like two snakes that represents what? The male and female life force. Haru and Het Haru, or Asar, Aset, how you want to do it, but it's the female and male spirit, okay, working together as always. And watch this. It's the male and female life force that's in what? Listen, that's in all things, including the human body. So, equal opposites just to mean elements or nature is for us. Everything has to have two things to make one whole. So that's why God became three. He was an individual. Everything else came in pairs. So understand this. Watch this. So now you got including the body. Watch this. You got the wings. What the wings represent? The wings symbolize the power that can be what? Achieved by what? Raising the sexual energy, aka your life force. Young people on semen. Okay. Ejaculation control, refraining from having sex abstinence or refraining from self-pleasuring yourself. Okay, semen retention. Understand that that's the life force. The same stuff that gives life as life if it's retained inside the body. So watch this. And now to the top of the energy center is and mastering it. You have to master your nature. That's what they try to tell you. Young fellas. You got to get a grip on that. That's going to cause you a whole bunch of problems down the line if you don't. Babies, first of all, stop making babies, because that's what you do when you go in there with no protection. Not a good thing. But moving on, I had my time to get that lesson. But watch this. Now, when you master this, the semen, the smartest guy we know, Tesla, died a virgin. He retained all his energy. He lived 20-something years longer than he should have, so it adds life to you also. I got the proof. Now, watch this. One can unfurl what? One's spiritual wings. You see me do this all the time? Okay? That's the spirit. Take it off. Going that way. Spirit ain't going up without wings. Why? Because that's what the spirit represents by the falcon. It has wings, but it has to have your head on it. You have to know thyself. That's the concept. Well, that's good. Let's go. But we talk about spouting spiritual wings with what? With unimaginable power. This system of subtle channels comprise the what? The back of a saw. The 4 top levels of his back, okay? And in balancing what? The positive and negative forces by that, it is possible to experience what? Listen, the singularity of all things in the universe, including one's own state of being. That's becoming one with God. That's the goal. The right thing is to know thyself. That's how you become one with your higher self. Trying to maintain. I get excited, so I want to try to be cool. Hope you're getting the lesson. A lot of y'all starting to get this understanding. I appreciate you. Let me get you some more information for you. Let's go. It's all in the content. In India, watch this now. In the Indian yoga system, they have the subtle channels, and they're known as anadas. Okay. The main subtle channel is known as what? Sushumna. Okay? And the 2 smaller subtle channels corresponding to the left and the right sympathetic systems, watch this. Know who they are? They call Ida and Pingala, respectively. We know them as Aset and Nephthys. Different names, same concept. Understand that. So, as the serpents, you see me doing that? That's them. Okay? That's them serpent power. Egyptians called that. We know that's Kundalini and the chakras, but we introduced it to them. They took it to a whole nother level. I got nothing but respect for that. So that's why I understand. So, let's go. Now, watch this. As the serpents are controlled, so too the psychic force, which is Sekam or Kundalini, will what? Will be aroused. The serpent that's poured 3.5 times down, waiting to rise and come up. Okay, that's what they're waiting for. And what happens? And this is the association with, again, the back of a saw. Those 4 vertical lines going up, those from the heart chakra to the throat chakra to the ajna chakra, which is the 3rd eye, which is what I represent, and then you got the crown chakra. That's becoming an enlightened being. That's what I'm trying to get all my right things to do. So this is an easy lesson. Watch this. Now, when the dormant energy is what? Awakened. Dormant means it's just like ignorant. It don't know nothing. But once you start exercising your right, what happens? It's awakened. And what happened? It flows what? Up through the spine, passing through the energy centers, upon reaching what? The 7th center, anointing or contact with the cosmic consciousness, universal by, aka God, will occur. Spiritual enlightenment, we call it Nihas. But the Indians use the format that I like to refer to. This is a perfect example. Opening up all 7 chakras, like going through all 7 degrees, Masons, and it should take you 7 years. Don't make it different what you got time for. If it's done right, that's why you got to take that way, because you have to master each one. Hence, Master Mason. You can't give you the next degree without having shown proficiency and mastery in the preceding degree. Moving on, I ain't got no to give them Masonic lessons right here. All right, watch this. Now, Shu. Remember how I told you about him a minute ago? Shu is the god of air. Okay? The breath of Ra, which is God, gives a clue, watch this, as to a method of what? Controlling these vital forces. Really? Yeah. Shu is said to what? Possess power over serpents. Serpents were a symbol, watch this, of physical and moral evil. The bad guy, okay? If you know anything about us, Apophis is the true evil one. And in what the Egyptian coffin text, Shu tells us where God, the Supreme Being, is. You ready? Okay. He states, I am indwelling in the millions of creatures, nature, animals, who have heard in what? A million words. I am he who brings what? The words of the self-creator, the Ta, to what? His multiplicity, which is us. I am the strongest and the most vigorous of the divine band. I came into being where? In the limbs of the self-creator. Now, where's the limbs of the self-creator? That's an Egyptian proverb. Let's answer that question. Because if you're following on and paying attention, that should be your first question. Well, where is it? Slow down, grasshopper. I got you. Now, Shu tells us what? He was created in the limbs of the what? The self-creator. And watch this. That he, which is air, is the messenger of God, and he's the strongest of all other gods created by the Supreme Being. Further, watch this. Shu tells us what? That God is indwelling where? In the millions of creatures. Hello? Just saying. God is where? Inside who? Each of us, and through the control of what? Breath. Then he breathed the breath of life in us. That was Shu he had given us. Watch this. And the control of breath, which is air, the link between what? The creator and that which is created may be established. Telling you, I keep trying to get the concept. When he created us, everything was perfect except we needed life. That was him. That's what he gave to us, and everything that's in his creation. Keep beating my horse. I'm sorry, get a little dry right now. Shoot. But now in chapter 23 of the Egyptian book of Coming Forth by Day, you the initiate is told to what? Pray that Shu, watch this, will what? Will open the mouth of you, the initiate, as he had opened the mouth of the gods. Later, the initiate is what? Is nourished with the food of Shu, which is air, who lives in what? In light, aka Ra. Light is spiritual energy, life, gained by what? The accumulation of the life force of Ra, which is sunlight, and by, watch this, the sublimation of your sexual energy. Gain control of your lower nature. Preserve your life for why? Don't just waste it and give it away. You see me? Yeah, I'm talking to y'all now, okay? It's life-giving. And guess what? If you waste it, it's life-taking. Wow, you shorten your lifespan just wasting it. Just having fun. There's more to it than that. And if we teach our young that, they'll be more responsible with it. Okay? That thing is dangerous. And y'all figure that out by now. Sorry about that. Sound like a parent. Watch this. Now, sublimation of your sexual energy, which what? Which you, the initiate, uses to what? To reach heaven. Really? Sunlight is said that the rays of the sun is describing as being what? The ladder to heaven. The same description of the importance of the sun rays is also indicated in the Mandukya Upanishads, a sacred Sanskrit Indian Vedanta philosophy textbook, where it stated what? That the sun rays are a ladder to the divine. Okay, now understand this and wrap it up. Oh yeah, okay, I'm good. Wrap it up. One more few paragraphs. It is important to understand that what the vital energy we call life force, Sekhem, which runs where? Through the subtle channels and controlled by what? The mind. Why? Because, watch this. The universe is what? Mental. How we know? Says Tahuti. Okay, the mind of God, the God of wisdom. That's who. Controlling what? The mind is therefore what? The way to gain control over what? Your vital forces of the larger universal cosmos and what? Your inner universe human being for what? When you, the individual human, your mind gives up its what? individuality and becomes enlightened to what? Becoming one with the mind of the cosmos. Becoming enlightened to something other than yourself. The ego don't have God. Your inner self is God. The ego will block that happening. He will let you think it's all about you. And that's where you get problems with self-satisfaction and all the good stuff caught up in the world. Past that, go raise that white. And what happened? It discovers, what's this? Your true self discovers that there is only one mind that exists. Why? It discovers that it is not limited to what? This physical body. Ding, ding, ding. Start to realize that now what? By that, it is what? One with all that exists. Hello. Since all that exists is just a projection from the mind of God, which you are, this state of atonement, meaning knowledge between the human mind and understanding that the cosmic mind leads to what? Health and peace, to the extent what? That you, the human mind, is out of atonement with the cosmic mind. There will be what? Varying levels of dis-ease. When you are out of line, when you suffer dis-ease. Watch this, and more emotional, psychological, spiritual unrest. Mental problems, physical problems, compounding each other because of your ignorance, and you're the perpetrator of all your own problems. Understand that. So watch this. So by breathing rhythmically and deeply, I watched the show on a whole hour long teaching you how to breathe. So different techniques, everybody got their own philosophy. But watch this. But the main thing, I just taught this lesson, what? Remaining calm and what? In concentration or meditation. Why? Because the second your life force is now harmonized and increased. So healthy living, an active life, vegetation, meals, and healthy thinking, right thinking, and following the laws of Maya, aka right thinking philosophy. And watch this, certain poses. Now this is the part where I don't get involved. Why? I go to the gym, so I have to leave. I don't do the poses, okay? But certain poses or exercises, what? Purifies, and what happens? Awakens the serpents and allow the second to flow. The energy. Okay? Watch this. Now, they tell you, develop the life-giving fire, which is the forces inside you. Luke used the force. He learned that. Few, watch this, few know how to use it. And guess what? Even fewer know how to master it. So, right thinkers, we got to learn to master the fire of the bat. That's the Kundalini. That's the chakras. That's the raising your understanding and knowledge of oneself to the level where you know thyself. Let's go. I'm about to wrap it up. This is it. Now, in the Kundalini, there we go. In the Kundalini and Tantra Yoga, that's the next lesson. I'm going to take you to the Tantra Yoga. I just told you I don't do the thing, but I'm going to do it anyway. All right. But now in the Kundalini, Tantra Yoga, that's the next lesson. Sexual energy. Now I'm going to show you some pictures. They're going to be specific. Okay, a little, it ain't porn. So let me just warn you. So you got to, what? Your sexual energy is seen as what? As the force, watch this, which transforms the energy centers and their corresponding nerves in the physical body, in order that what? The entire nervous system, what? May be attuned to the all-pervasive, what? Cosmic consciousness. Your body is in line, is straight like Maya's feather, okay? And what happened? Now through the increasing, what? Wisdom, meaning your experiences on a day-to-day basis, you become better at what you're doing. Watch this. Now through the increasing wisdom, force of will, spiritual and self-discipline, and purification of the mind, right thinking, and body, working out, keeping in shape of the aspirant, which is you, right thinkers, what happens? The essence which make up the cells of your human body is what? Changed. It mutates. That's the difference. You starting to grow into your body when it's changing, you're right on point. Why? Because everything that's internal in the body is already lined up, so it will grow. Watch this. Ripping it up. Now, this is it. I'm about to take it home. We talk about Tahuti, stab. That's the concept right there. You see it? Okay, now I'm going to wrap it up. When you see the twin serpents, that's either Ida Pingala from the Indians or Aset and Nephthys from the Egyptians. Okay, so they call them the twin serpents. When you hear that, that's what they are. Serpent power. That's what they meant in Egypt. The Shakas and Idam Pingal in India. Let me wrap it up. Let's go. Now, left, I just showed you the caduceus of Tahuti. Throughout the last lesson, this has been around for the last 5,000 years of Egyptian history. Excuse me. Now I get to that in a minute. Serve a moral and social decay led to what? The end of the Egyptian civilization. Okay, when we started not living up to the standard, we started to decay. And this decay resulted in what? A division of Egypt. The division of Egypt into what? Two lands, Upper and Lower Egypt. Conceptually, we are Egypt. Your body, the upper mental, lower physical. You get it? From the earliest times in the dynastic period, from 5000 BCE to what? 600 AD. They shut everything that we had set up for 5,000 years down. I got no problem with that. But yet, that's when it all ended. The last temple was shut down in 600 AD. So we've been on their terms ever since. Moving on. The ancient Egyptian texts and Lower East speak of what? Rejoining the two lands, upper and lower. The Urases, there you go the twins again, serpents. Urases are what? Symbolizes this separation between what? Upper and Lower Egypt. There is also a deeper mystical implication here, which is what? To this symbol. The Urases representing the serpents of the caduceus, the wand of Tahuti, is leading us to what? Understand that what? We must reunite the two levels of our consciousness, lower and higher self. We keep making it known, and the way we keep slicing the pie, it's still the same thing. Wrapping it up. At the center, I showed you down here, the double Urasis was Tahuti, God of wisdom, and it represents God of wisdom and intellect. He holding a double Uraeus scepter, which is called a caduceus. On the left, it showed you a picture with God of Shu. Shu got two serpents and controlling what? Sublimation. Air is what separates what? Heaven from earth. We must control air in order to reunite heaven and earth within ourselves. The story goes, when heaven and earth was like this in love embrace, they love each other. Gad was earth, Lu is heaven, Shu separating them. And not between heaven and earth now, but Shu, which is air. And that's the lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. And in closing, right thinkers, may you live to be 100, me 100 minus a day. So I never know that right thinking like you have passed away. I got more. I'll be back.